Everybody, yet in this video we talk about how to change the data from getting data from database as message to display it in ListView. So you have to see a previous video before seeing this video. Also you have to know about ListView and you have to study the ListView in the playlist. So I will use the code for ListView. I just adding ListView here and I want to display my data in ListView instead of displaying my data just as a message. Okay. So to get started with ListView first, you have to create a new layout for a ticket. So I will name it layout ticket. What I want to display in this layout, I have this linear layout. I want to add something in vertically. So I have something vertically, or if I don't have it, I could just this one. I will change it to the horizontal, like adding someone near another. So just making horizontal. I don't want to use vertical. What I want to display, I want to display user ID, maybe username, and maybe also user password. This is the three field I want to display in. Just make sure text view ID. I just change the naming. I say also this will be text view user name. Also I would say okay, here I would change text view password. This ticket for displaying data. If you see, here is the ticket. I will not show you how you could manage, how you could change the font. You could do it by yourself. For example, you change this font to 50, to 19, and whatever you want to do, you could do. This up to you. I don't care about font and other stuff. Now, we said if you go to the GitHub in the previous video when we talk about adapter in the Android tutorial, there is a file for list adapter. So make sure to go to the list adapter and try to work. And first of thing, you say you need to create adapter class. Okay, I will go here and create my adapter class. So here you go and create Java class, and I will name it adapter class. That's good. I having adapter class, and this adapter class I will add this code. So let just me take this code and replace it instead of my adapter class. So I have this adapter class. I replace it by it. So I don't have job ID job description. I have user name and I have password. So just for naming convention, I say okay, this will be username and this will be password. So make sure everything is written correctly. Now okay, just to make sure the layout, I have it here. I don't want it to be match parent as a height. I want to be wrap content. So just equals the content. So someone other could work. Okay, I have adapter, I have layout. Now let me connect. Now instead of display data in this way, let me display an adapter. So to work with adapter, first of all, we have to go here and copy the code for adapter from 22 as you know to this line to 50. That's good. I just copy this code. I will go to the Android Studio and copy them here in my layouts. Here you go. This is my first of thing I will do adapter inheritance base adapter, and I do array list. Arrays is okay here. I just doing a view group and inflator, and everything is good. Now I want to access some element. I want to access text view for ID. So I have to define the text view ID. Make sure I just define text view here. I have text view ID. I have to display the ID here. Also, there is two other elements I want to display them. One of them for username. So text view username. So make sure you change this one to username. So here you go. I would say change it to the username. Also, this one text view for the password. So make sure everything is written correctly so you will not have any error. So I will say okay, this one will be for password. Now okay, I have the view is okay, the adapter is great. So now I want, instead of loading data and displaying the message, I want to load it to the adapter. You know, when we work with before with array list, we used this code. So let's copy this code and I will do some change here. So if I added this code here for a few seconds, I have adapter, array adapter, so let me take it out. Also I have, this is adapter, let me take it out of the method. So I have ListView. So I make sure what is ListView name here, I have it. So the list view name here, where is it? Here you go. This is my list view. It doesn't have any ID. Android ID. I will give it this ID so I could access to it. So from the code, from main activity, yes, I could access to that. Then I give it adapter. But before I give it adapter and do this thing, let me do it here, this operation, after loading the data. So how I could load the data? I could load the data through this method. Yeah, that's great. So I just copy all these two lines also and add them here. But this one I will add it here instead of collecting data just from string. Let me just stop this line. I no longer need it. This two line. I need to pass user cursor for the user info. This is for the user. And also I want to pass cursor for the password. So let me take this one for the password. That's great. And I want to pass for user ID in my code. But I could say, okay, here I would DB manager could go here in my DB manager and add a new instance for user ID, column for user ID. What's the ID here? It's ID here. I just give it ID just to making sure column for ID, so I will not have any problem. So here I just calling user ID, so I just make sure I will not have any problem with this. Yes, here we go. But there's a problem here. The ID in this class defines it as integer. You could change it to the string to avoid this error. So here also change it to string because just database. I don't want to change the database type and everything. So now here you go. If I select and rerun it again, let me see. Could I see the data if I click load? If I click load, here you go. This is my data loaded inside ListView. If I enter Jana, I enter this password, Jana Ahmed. To be better, I click add. Okay, added. If I click refresh, see Jana Ahmed is added. If you see, he just, when I click add, he just added again because I didn't refresh my database. This is what happened, because if I want to do a refresh for my data, I have to make sure doing something. I just taking this adapter and making sure when every time I rerun it again, I just clear my database. I say, okay, here you go. Before, not here, yes, main activity here. Before you research again, just clear it so you will not confusing with previous data. You just came again with a clear info. So here you go. This is the data I have it. Jana Ahmed. Let me suppose I adding Rana and adding this password for here. I add this long password. Register, he say added. Show, he say this is Rana. So yes, now you show how you could add, you see how you could add data and how you could load it. What about if you want to search for names? Yes, this is an interesting point. You said, okay, I want to search. So you told me about bringing data for query. Yes, we could do that. If we go to the BU load, you see we add null for selection. So I would say I will look for username. Just make sure I'm doing same thing here. What I have here, I have username. So I make sure username like, then I add this one. This one will be represented here by array. So I would say, okay, I will have array string of making sure everything is good. So I say, okay, string y. I will say, let me copy this line. I say string of selection argument, selection args. I send the argument that I want. Whatever you want to send to him, you could send. Let me suppose I want to send the value that available in this text view. So to be global and call in different method, let me make sure add this one here and take it app to define the text view app more. So it will be the code more clear. Yes, here you go. I just take this one, I take this one. So now I know edit username, this one for username could access from another method. So if you came here, instead send it username, send it this way, and this selection instead send it null, I send it this one. If you suppose I want to send password, I say okay, and password like for example equal or like, for example I would say at. I have now two question mark argument have to have two, so I have to add another argument for the password there. So how many argument you have, how many a question mark you have, is you will have also a selection argument. I have only one now, I don't have two of them, so because I have one, so I have to have only one element on selection argument, because this one element represents this one. So just making sure I'm searching for everything, so I just adding this quotation before the semicolon, and this you know what this thing mean in database, mean anything, so whatever he look for, please look, get it for me. Let me search and see, is this do anything for me, does this make sense for me? Now let me just load all. He will load all the data. Let me look only for HU. He will bring only Hussein. Let me bring only R. Anyone have R in his name? Only Rana. Let me list G. Only Jana and Jana Ahmed. See how I search? So this is the searching. So I hope you understand it. If you want to do search for in the selection, you add all your query. It is SQL query, so you have to know about SQL. So I said username like this quotation mark. So this quotation mark I have to present it by the item. I say okay, selection argument, this quotation mark will be here. So and then I pass it here. So as I told you, if I have 2 or 3, this question mark as a variable, we present it as a variable, so I will increase the argument. Here we done, and see you next.